In the next scene, we see Encrid scream out as he charged towards the insane soldier. In this regression, our boy rushed to attack with pure murderous intent. Encrid thrust his sword at the soldier's head. Unfortunately for him, his attack was blocked by the man's helmet. The soldier used his technique on our boy. He managed to stab Encrid in the neck as usual. Our boy grit his teeth as blood gushed out of his neck. This was Encrid's first attempt at using the stab in the battlefield. Although he failed, our boy was not willing to give up. He opened his eyes and gripped his sword so that he would get used to the technique. When Encrid fell to the ground, the soldier placed his leg on him. With a cocky smile on his face, the soldier told our boy that he looks terrible. The man raised his sword and told our boy that he is showing him mercy. Before the soldier could kill him, Encrid glared at him. He told the man that he is going to die the next time. Our boy said this confidently because he had perfectly memorized the clashes that they had and he knew about all the movements which the soldier would make. The man laughed when he heard what Encrid said. He told our boy that the dead have no tomorrow. Immediately he said this, he killed Encrid. The scene shifts and we see our boy crush the bug when it was still on the ground. He told Rim that he saw the bug trying to get into his boots. The man was surprised to hear this. He thanked his squad commander. With a serious tone in his voice, Encrid asked Rim to take his guard duty if he is thankful. The man was shocked to hear what his commander said. He did not understand why Encrid was casually ordering him around. Today marks our boy's 125th regression. When Encrid stepped out of his tent, he called out to a boy with red hair. He called the boy Big Eyes. Big Eyes was using a towel to dry his sweat. Encrid asked the boy to get him a shin armor, a shield, and a dagger. He told the boy that he will pay him later. Big Eyes did not like the fact that his commander wanted to pay him later. As Encrid walked away, the boy told him that he will give him the items because he trusts him. He reminded his squad commander that he does not do favors for everyone. Rim was surprised to see how our boy ordered Big Eyes. He did not understand why their commander was suddenly pushy with his orders. Jackson told Rim that Encrid must be annoyed because he has always pushed his duties to him. Rim was annoyed to hear this. He asked the man if he wants to taste his axe. The rest of Encrid's squad members came outside the tent after waking up. A very huge man who appears to be holding a cross prayed that Rim would receive blessings. Rim was not interested in what the man had to say. He was more focused on the fact that his commander was acting weird. He was certain that his squad commander has never acted so intense. The scene shifts and we see Encrid training. While swinging his sword at a tree, our boy thinks about the incredible amount of pain he feels every time he dies. He wondered about the fact that he might never win even after fighting the soldier thousands of times. Encrid contemplates on the fact that he might be able to find a way to escape the battle and survive. Our boy realized that he is stronger now than before. He wondered if he should be satisfied with his current self. Unfortunately, his current self was not enough for him. Encrid wanted more. He wanted to gain the strength to surpass his current wall. As our boy thrust his sword at the tree, he assured himself that he would learn how to stab. As his sword split the tree apart, Encrid assured himself that he will make use of the blessing he has been given. The scene shifts and we see Encrid wear his shin armor and carry his shield. With a serious look on his face, our boy assured himself that he will keep moving forward. In the next scene, we see some soldiers blow some horns to alert the other soldiers. Encrid and his squad members picked up their weapons and entered the battlefield. As Encrid tore through his enemies, he realized that 3 things have allowed someone like him to survive in this battle. These 3 things are preparation, luck, and a cool head. In our boy's 46th regression, his left shoulder was shattered by a spiked mace. On his 47th day, he rolled on the ground to dodge the attack. Unfortunately for him, someone ended up cutting his head. In his current regression, Encrid used his shield to block the mace and used his sword to cut off the head of the enemy. On his 71st day, a soldier down low cut off his leg. Our boy could not defend himself when the insane soldier came to kill him. In his current regression, Encrid used his shin armor to block the soldier's attack. He smacked his shield on his neck and broke it. On his 89th day, our boy's head was split open by an axe someone threw at him. Encrid was able to dodge the axe. He decided to kill the man because he knew that the man would interfere in his fight with the insane soldier if he lets him live. Our boy took out his dagger and threw it directly at the soldier's head. Encrid was able to easily take out his target because he had practiced throwing weapons during his countless regressions. After taking out the soldier, our boy turned to see Vel. He moved behind his comrade and used his shield to block the arrow. The person who shot at Vel is an archer known as Claw of the Hawk. Unfortunately, Our boy did not have the time to take out the archer. He immediately beheaded the soldier who tried to kill Vel. After killing the man, it was now time for Encrid to face his biggest obstacle. The soldier pulled out his sword from an enemy and walked towards our boy. When he got close to Encrid, the soldier swung his sword at him. Our boy immediately used his shield to block the heavy attack. The moment he blocked the attack, our boy threw away his shield because it was ruined. After going through many regressions, Encrid came to the realization that he cannot survive by relying solely on his ability to dodge and stab. The moment he threw away his shield, our boy ran to the soldier. The man immediately attacked Encrid again. Our boy used his sword to block the attack. The soldier was surprised to see this. He assumed that Encrid was coming to attack him. Instead, our boy was blocking his attack. After many regressions, Encrid realized that this man is a regular soldier who is quite strong. He is almost at the level of a prodigy. Although he was strong, the soldier lacked real fighting experience, so he easily gets surprised. Our boy realized that the Valen mercenary sword technique would be perfect against the soldier. He used his head to headbutt the man. The soldier stepped back when he got hit in the head. Encrid used his leg to throw sand into the soldier's eyes. He wanted to block his sight. The moment our boy did this, he rushed to attack the man. Unfortunately for him, the man quickly regained his sight. He raised his sword and thrust it at Encrid. Our boy easily dodges the attack. The man's attack moved him away from Encrid. The soldier immediately turned around and used his stab again. Our boy also took a stance and used the stab technique. Unfortunately for the soldier, Encrid had learned everything about the stab. Our boy used his sword to break the soldier's sword. Immediately he broke the sword. Someone shot an arrow at him. The soldier was shocked to see what happened. He could not believe that Encrid actually managed to break his sword. While the man was lost in shock, Encrid took a stance. He realized that he had won. As our boy took a stance, the arrow came closer to him from behind. Fortunately for Encrid, someone threw an axe at the arrow and completely destroyed it, without knowing what was happening behind him. Our boy used his sword to stab the insane soldier in the neck. It turns out that the person who threw the axe was Rem, with a look of anger on his face. Rem said that he will kill the Claw of the Hawk. While tearing apart his opponent, Jackson asked Rem to not waste his time. He told him that it is too late. As blood gushed out of his neck, the insane soldier looked at Encrid with a look of shock. The soldier fell to his knees. While doing his best to catch his breath, Encrid took a look at the man. Our boy raised his sword and told the man that he is granting him mercy. Immediately he said this, Encrid cut off the soldier's head. When he cut off the bastard's head, our boy smiled. He had finally broken through the wall. While Encrid was smiling, something kicks him from behind. Our boy fell and rolled on the ground. While he was on the ground, Encrid screamed out in pain. His back felt like it was broken. Jackson and Rem turned to our boy when they heard his voice. Rem was shocked to see the thing that kicked his commander. This being had a humanoid structure and a multicolored body. It had 3 fingers and webbed feet. Rem referred to the being as a frog. While Encrid was trembling on the ground, the frog took a look at the dead soldier. He told our boy that he invested a bit in the soldier. The frog could not believe that the man lost to someone like Encrid. Our boy grit his teeth and glared at the frog when he heard this. The frog took out his sword and tried to behead our boy, before his blade could touch Encrid. Rem used his axe to block the attack. The moment he blocked the attack, he rushed to attack the frog. The creature immediately used his sword to defend himself. With a smile on his face, Rem began to exchange blows with the creature. He and the frog attacked each other at a crazy speed. While Rem was preoccupied, one of the enemy soldiers tried to stab Encrid with his spear. Before the man's spear could touch our boy, Jackson appeared out of nowhere and cuts off the soldier's head. While fighting, Rem and the frog pushed each other back. With a smile on his face, Rem told the creature that he needs his permission before he can cut off their commander's head. The frog was shocked to hear this. He could not believe that a weakling like Encrid was the commander instead of Rem. The frogs are a warrior race that is born to fight. Rem realized that the only way for him to kill the frog is to burn it with magic or to pierce its heart in one strike. The man did not like his options. The frog did not understand what was going on. He could not comprehend the reason why someone as skilled as Rem would be in a trivial battle. While looking at the man's stance, the frog realized that he would have to risk his life if he wants to defeat Rem. The frog did not believe that the battle was worth it. He turned around and walked away. Rem was annoyed to see the frog walking away. He called it a coward. Jackson carried his commander on his back and rushed out of the battlefield. On his way out, a soldier tries to attack him with a mace. Rem cuts off the soldier's head before he could land his attack. Another enemy tries to attack Jackson from the side. Unfortunately for him, he is crushed by the huge member of the squad. As more soldiers surrounded them, Encrid's squad members gathered around him and tore the soldiers apart. The men were determined to get their commander out of the battlefield. While everything was happening, our boy could barely keep his eyes open. While he was struggling to stay awake, the soldiers of Cyprus were asked to retreat. Upon hearing this, Encrid closed his eyes. The scene shifts and we see our boy in the mysterious realm. He was under the lantern of the mysterious being. The entity told Encrid that he only managed to survive for a day. He assured our boy that he will not be able to withstand the other walls that will come his way. The mysterious being revealed to Encrid that his fate is to despair and give up. Our boy found the word fate to be a funny thing. He stood up and told the mysterious being that walls exist for a reason. With a look of determination on his face, Encrid told the being that walls exist for him to overcome. The mysterious being smiled when he heard this. He told Encrid that he is eagerly waiting for the day when his eyes, which are filled with greed and ambition, will completely lose their light. The moment the being said this, our boy returned to the real world. When he opened his eyes, Encrid saw his entire body covered in bandages. When he looked up, he saw a lantern above him. The person next to him told him that he is in the infirmary. This person turns out to be Rem. The man told his commander that he has been asleep for 2 days. He reminded Encrid that he saved him from a frog. As our boy slowly rose up, he felt some pain in his chest. Encrid could not believe that he was attacked by a frog. He was more amazed by the fact that he survived. Rem explained to his commander that his bones are not broken. He told our boy that his head was badly shaken. He asked Encrid if he remembers that he is his best friend forever. Our boy called Rem a noble hunter and told him that he has never called him a friend. The moment Encrid said this, Rem covered his mouth and asked him to shut up. He looked around the infirmary to see if any other person was awake. The man warned our boy to not blurt out the secret of others simply because he has nothing to do with the person. Encrid decided to tease the man. He asked Rem if he is his best friend or someone he has nothing to do with. He asked the man to pick a side. After Rem left the infirmary, our boy contemplates on the fact that he is experiencing a new day besides his usual regression. Encrid was happy to see that he made it out alive. In the next scene, we see the big-eyed boy whose name is Cries at the infirmary. Cries told his commander that he will have to pay back his money by threefold. The boy explained to Encrid that it cost him a lot to get a spot in the infirmary. Our boy was surprised to hear this. He also knew that something was off when he saw himself in the infirmary. It did not make sense to him that a normal soldier like himself would be allowed into the infirmary. Normally, regular soldiers tend to their wounds by themselves after a battle. Encrid asked Cries to tell him why he is never at the battlefield. Cries was surprised to hear this. The boy changed his expression. With a smile on his face, Cries asked his commander to simply pay him back double the amount. The scene shifts and we see Jackson visit Encrid in the evening. While resting on his bed, our boy asked the man to tell him why he came to see him. Jackson threw something at our boy. As he walked towards the exit, he asked his commander to use the thing in the morning and evening. He told Encrid to not ask him where he got the thing from. When our boy opened the container Jackson gave him, he saw some ointment inside. Our boy immediately remembered that this was the same ointment that Jackson uses. He did not understand why the man would give him such a precious thing. He knew that Jackson hated sharing his personal items. After Jackson left, another member of the squad went to see Encrid. The man's name is Auden. Auden held his cross tightly and prayed for his commander. Our boy asked the man to leave. He told him that he is not dying. At night, Encrid stared at his ceiling. While looking up, our boy wondered about the reason why his teammates were taking turns to see him. It did not make sense to him because his squad members never bothered about him and did whatever they wanted. Encrid wondered if his teammates were actually worried about him. While our boy was thinking, someone eating an apple opens the curtain of the tent. The person was surprised to see Encrid. This person is Ragna, another member of our boy's squad. Ragna asked his commander about why he is in the infirmary. After receiving his answer, the boy closed the curtain and walked away. Encrid was not shocked to see that Ragna was not bothered. He knew that the boy did not care about anyone. The next day, we see our boy in the infirmary with 2 other soldiers. The first soldier is a platoon commander from another company. The man likes picking a fight with Encrid. The The other soldier is someone who Encrid does not know. The man spends his time staring into space. The man seemed like a low-ranking soldier. Our boy did not understand how a common soldier was able to get into the infirmary while Encrid was staring at the man. Someone opens the curtain of the infirmary. The person had pointy ears and the person's sword was tied with a vine. The person turns out to be a beautiful elf woman. When the woman stepped into the tent, she asked for the commander of the 444th Squad. Encrid was surprised to hear this. He did not know why the woman would be looking for him. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 3 of this recap, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.